Hey guys, Kaz here. We're out at Kaz vs. Wild Season 6 this week and we're having a great time out here. Today I want to show you how to make a meal using your Canteen Cup. And what I mean by that is using your Canteen Cup as the actual cooking device. We're going to cook a meal inside of our Canteen Cup today. And everyone talks about rice and how great of a product it is to be in your bug out bag. And I can't disagree. Rice is a really good thing to have in your bug out bag. It's very stable, it's very shelf stable. I happen to have this one in a box, but what you can do is just simply throw the contents of this inside a Ziploc bag, and that'll keep in your bug out bag for a while. What we're going to do is we're going to put some water in my Canteen Cup, and you might be wondering, how is it that this isn't going to stick to the inside of the Canteen Cup? Well, that's what these are for. These are beef jerky sticks. And there's enough grease and oil inside these beef jerky sticks that what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water into the Canteen Cup. I'm going to slice these up and pre-boil the salami sticks so that the water is going to have an oil-based content in it. Therefore, there'll be enough oil inside of the water to where this rice can cook and not become just a huge mess inside my Canteen Cup. I'm going to show you how to do that, so stick with us. We're going to have a good meal today. Alright guys, here we are at the setup table, and you can see here I have the beef jerky here that's ready to be cut up. I have my Canteen Cup that has water in it, and I have the rice packet right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting up the beef jerky here, and I'm going to put that into the Canteen Cup, and then I'm going to boil that first for a little bit, just so I can extract the oil and grease out of the beef jerky, and then I'm going to add the rice. So when I get to that point, we'll be back. I'm just going to slice these up into, say, like 3/4 of an inch pieces. And that's basically all I'm going to do. Just to give you an idea, it's about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to cut these up, and the grease and oil is going to boil out of these, and it really shouldn't affect the taste. In fact, it's going to make it taste better because the rice is going to absorb that grease and oil, and it's going to create a really good flavor. It's basically a really good survival beef substitute, and it's something that you can definitely do in a bug out situation. Alright guys, so here's the Canteen Cup that I have, and you can clearly see that the sausage is inside of it, the beef jerky, and I've got a flame that's very close to the cup. However, the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't want the pieces of wood that I'm using as my structure to catch on fire. What I want to do is just cook with the hots that are underneath the fire. So that's why you see there's about a 2-3 inch gap between my cup and the actual flame, but there's definitely plenty of heat coming off of there, and I'm not worried about the water not getting hot. But as the wood burns down and turns into hot coals, I will be pushing those hot coals underneath my Canteen Cup, because I want to cook with the hot coals, not necessarily the flame, on this particular meal. So as we move along, I will show you more. Alright guys, like I was saying earlier, I moved the fire over as it burned down into a bunch of hot coals, that is. And now the hot coals are underneath the Canteen Cup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift gears here, and I'm going to put the cup right on top of the hots there so the water can boil. And now I've got a nice hotbed of coals in there, and that's going to help that water boil. And I'm just going to continue on adding some smaller pieces of wood to keep that hotbed of coals hot. And when I get to that point, I will be back. Alright guys, as you can see that the beef jerky has now come to a complete and rolling boil, so it is now time to add the rice. Alright, I'm going to do that right now. And now the trick to this is to not overheat it, so I'm going to move it out of the heat in a few minutes. Right now I'm going to add the flavor packet. Kind of stuck in there. There we go. Now I'm going to stir it up a little bit. And so now I'm going to back it out of the heat just a little bit. Because if I leave it where it's at, it will stick to the bottom indeed. And that is something that we don't want to happen. So I'm going to move it out of the heat just a little bit here. There. And as you can see, it's still boiling really, really well. So I may have to back it up even further, because we don't want that to stick. So I'm going to do that now. I'll back it up just a little bit more. Give it another stir. And yes, I'm using just an ordinary stick. Nothing fancy here. We're out here practicing survival. Now I'm going to keep an eye on that, and in about 20 minutes it should be done. So when we get to that point, I will return, but right now it's looking great. Alright guys, here we can see the almost complete product here, where the beef sticks and rice, sausage, beef jerky, whatever you want to call it, is almost complete. And I'm going to give it a little stir here and show you that, man, this is coming along just great. I am really, really happy with this, and it is just coming along really well. I'm really happy. I'm also going to show you that most of it, if not all of it, did not stick to the Canteen Cup. So I'm really excited about that. Let me get a little scoop here. That is really good. I'm almost done. I'd say about another 5 or 10 minutes. It'll be good. Alright guys, so our meal is done now, and I've got it here on the table. And I'm actually going to dig in and see how it tastes. But there's a good look at it to give you an idea of what it looks like. So let me zoom out here. And there you go. Take a look at that right there. And, let's try this. This looks really, really good. Get in here. Still hot. Oh, that was great. That is really, really good. This is an awesome canteen survival meal. Took about, from the beginning to end, took about maybe 45 minutes. And to bring the beef jerky to a boil so you can extract the oil and grease from them. That's going to be the oil and the grease that your rice need, so it doesn't stick to the Canteen Cup. And then just boiling the rice itself. This is a fantastic meal. It is really good. And as of right now, I don't see anything sticking to the side of the Canteen Cup. And when I'm done eating this, I will show you the Canteen Cup and see how big or how little of a mess we have left. So here you go, folks. Delish. Come on out next year.